World has lost battle to stop glaciers melting and sea level rising, UN meteorological chief says.
Here's a summary of the article.
The British Antarctic Survey has released its new maps, and they are a stark visual depiction of the retreat of ice at our poles. In an interview with Sky News, he emphasized that the melted ice will never return, remarking that the planet has lost this glacier melting game and sea level rise game. He said, "Thanks to an already high concentration of carbon dioxide, we have lost this glacier melting game and sea level rise game." Professor Tallis's unusually blunt language reflects growing concern about the Arctic and Antarctic ice. The warming drives further melting, and as the ice melts into the oceans, sea levels rise. Alongside these impacts, the loss of ice means the loss of precious habitats for wildlife, and a disruption of delicate ecosystems, ocean currents and weather patterns. The melting of permafrost, or ground which has previously been permanently frozen, is one of the things that most worries climate scientists.
This post received a score of 6,900, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Was it really a battle? Or apathy?
Exactly. We never really fought the battle.
It was pretty much unwinnable from the start. No democracy was ever going to institute the kinds of restrictions required, not if they hoped to last more than one term. Look up the reaction Carter got just for suggesting Americans put on a sweater instead of turning up the heat during an energy crisis. Now imagine a first world government trying to institute gasoline rationing, or controls that would drive meat prices through the roof. We are either going technology our way out of this mess, or it's all going to collapse.
Carter was the key litmus test. We failed. The 1980 election was a disaster for humanity. Carter took climate change seriously. Reagan undid all his initiatives. 40-plus years of potential positive steps erased. We got a second chance in 2000, but even by then, time was running out and SCOTUS took the decision out of our hands.
As usual, Reagan ruined everything. Can't forget, couldn't have done it without Tip O'Neill.
The billionaire petroleum magnate Charles Koch has won. For years he and his organizations have fought climate change knowledge and legislation with misinformation and lobbying. At 87 years old he has already exceeded the average life expectancy for an American, and so can look forward to a few more happy years of life as a billionaire, and also will escape the worst consequences of climate change the rest of us will have to endure in the near future. Win-win.
LMAO, what battle? We didn't even try.
The fact that this predictable disaster is happening despite our knowledge of it is incredibly frustrating, distressing. That said, we are making non-trivial progress towards decarbonizing our grid, and it also makes a moral case for immediate and aggressive policies to prevent such a change from occurring, in part by showing how unequal the distribution of pain will be and how great the improvements could be with even small achievements in slowing the pace of warming. One of the best ways to feel like you have any control at all is to try and find ways to help continue progress we are making decarbonizing our grid, which is where the shameless plug for my renewable energy, sustainability-focused job board comes in. Creating this app and evangelizing it to anyone who will listen is how I manage to maintain some sanity. If you're not looking for a career shift or don't have time to get involved, look at donating to the OR.
Has really helped with my climate anxiety for two big reasons. 1. I knew I had to do something but wasn't sure how I could make a difference. This has really helped me focus that feeling into something productive. There's a lot of doom and gloom, so having some uplifting news can really help sometimes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.